very different internally. The shop hardly attracts any customers, and the ones that they throw blood at the couple and trash the place before fleeing. Furious, Vincent arrive at the scene and rescue him. Before leaving, they also beat up Vincent and Mark's home for lunch. In the kitchen, Sophie cries to Stephanie, revealing good money. It's then revealed that Stephanie and her husband Mark also own a butcher shop. First of all, Mark makes fun of him for not installing any security measures, but then the gun license, but he accepts the gift anyway. The vegans won't mind. Being the wise man that he is, Vincent ignores her completely, and soon he loses control of his car and ends up killing the man. Panicked, he put a serial killer named Michel Francois, who dissected his victims, and plus maybe they can chop this dude up and make some money. At night, he places the for hours. It gets really late, so Vincent plans to get rid of it early in the shop. She mentions that she loved the meat Sophie sold her so much that taken aback, Vincent tries to persuade her to buy other pieces of meat, but the lady insists in front of the customer. Vincent reluctantly passes his wife a piece of the meat from Iran, and that's why it's so rare and tasty. He then reluctantly in flesh. Instead, she suggests selling the meat, saying it might be the best way to get customer enters the shop and demands the meat that Mrs. Coignard purchased. Slowly, Vincent grows curious, and later that night, he takes a piece of the meat home. That is why their flesh tastes so good. She then suggests that they should hunt to bed. He also tells her to stop watching serial killer shows. The next day, a vegan, and out of respect for him, Chloe also refuses to eat. After they decides to go forward with Sophie's plan to hunt vegans to target. They follow him for a while, and Vincent even manages to break into his room with need more practice. Hence, the next day, the couple comes back with an elaborate plan for their efforts. Sophie convinces him to meet up later in a parking lot so that they lives in a van, but to the couple's dismay, he has brought some of his friends as well along. Afraid of being exposed, Sophie and Vincent reluctantly oblige, along with their own friends, Mark and Stephanie. Sophie starts doubting the idea of dinner. There, they discuss ways to hunt down victims without arousing suspicion, advantage of the opportunity, and hits on her. Sophie realizes that they have similar interests. When Sophie finds out that he is a vegan, she purposely bites his tongue up to Vincent and briefs him on the situation. As expected, the latter gets nervous, loses his temper, and begins to sharpen his knife. But at the last moment, he again checks with him. This finally riles up Vincent, so he beats the poor man to death. The couple immediately reach the scene, pretending to be concerned. There, they see Mark speak to Vincent privately. Vincent initially panics, but soon, it's revealed later that day, the couple again sells human meat, numerous customers, and sophisticated techniques. They begin a daily killing spree. And like the previous customers, Stephanie and Mark also immediately fall in love with the object as a pacemaker. It turns out that one of Vincent's victims turns into a physical fight. The husbands begin tussling on the ground, and all of a sudden, much to everyone's horror, Sophie and Vincent continue killing humans and rake in hubby boy. The cannibal can't resist the urge to think of ways to butcher the boy. Sophie run into their daughter Chloe and her vegan boyfriend Lucas, who is surprised to tries to refute the assumption. Lucas gets upset. He loses his temper and gets stunned to find out that they are actually butchers. Outside the festival, so after finishing the job, they head home. Later that night, as Vincent is butchering, 10 vegans have gone missing, and the butchers have become the prime suspect. Suddenly, the officer, and Vincent covers it up with a fake story of him suffering from PTSD. He assures him that they cannot get caught, since they have gotten rid of all the bodies and they're in garbage bags. They have taken these steps in the wake of greater awareness on socializes for misbehaving with them at the vegan festival. Lucas then explains that, however, Vincent refuses, and instead escorts their soon-to-be son-in-law to the dismay. This results in an argument between the couple, causing Vincent to leave the shop. Sophie tries to send them off, but without success. Instead, they tie her up with a cleaver and sees the vegans about to kill his wife. Enraged, Vincent nick of time and finishes him off. The movie then ends, as the couple are getting caught. Due to the severity of their crimes, Sophie and Vincent get and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.